Is it 5 hours?
It's 5
That's
hours.
what I
So
got.
what would the time be?
14:30?
14:30.
14:30. Good.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. What else? All right. Let's just go through the practice test then. All right. So for this one, you just had to do what?
Convert.
Convert.
Desired over have and convert. So anybody have any issues with that?
No.
Everybody's good.
Yes.
What we get?
Yeah.
Three?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. How about this one? Anybody have any issues with this one?
No.
No.
So with this one, remember you have to do the desired over have first to determine how many mLs you're going to give. And then deduct it into tablespoons. If there's a B in it, that means there'll be more mLs. So a tablespoon worth how many mLs?
15 ml.
15
15.
ml.
A teaspoon is worth?
5
Five.
ml.
Okay, this is asking you for a tablespoon, so it has to be worth
2 tablespoons.
Ooh.
2. 10. 50
okay, so you got
ml.
2.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
Good. Anybody have a problem with that? Okay, now you got to do teaspoons. Teaspoons are how many mLs?
5 ml.
No.
Okay, so first calculate your dose because it's asking you per dose, so you know that's desired over have.
Two.
Okay,
Teaspoons.
2.
Yeah.
2.
Everybody good there?
Yes.
Let me push this question down a little bit. All right, so this is just telling you how many mLs the client got, and you have to convert it to teaspoons.
It's 4.
4.
All right, again, this is asking you how many mLs will you administer per dose. As soon as you know it's a dose, it's always going to be desired over have. What's the issue here?
Change the mg to mcg.
Okay, so however you want to do it, you're going to convert. Everybody got their numbers?
Yes.
2.
2.
2.
Make sure everybody knows what they're doing here. Okay, you can either move your decimal 1, 2, 3, which would give you 250 micrograms, or you can multiply by 1,000, however it works for you. Okay, then you got 125 divided by 250 times 4, right?
Mhm.
And you got 2. Can you see the questions again? Okay, this one's the same way.
And 2 to 42.
Okay, everybody was able to get to 0.6?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, 0.6.
All right, drop factors. Most important thing for this is knowing the formula. Okay, so your formula is always going to be your total volume over your total time in minutes times your drop factor, always the whole number. So our total volume is what?
Yes. 1200.
Okay, your time is 9 hours. Your drop factor is 10. Write that down. We have total volume over total time in minutes times drop factor, always a whole number. That's the formula. Okay. There we had 1200 mLs. That's what our 1.2 liters converted to.
Yeah.
Okay. We had 9 hours times 60, which gave us 540 minutes.
Huh? It's
Please
not.
put
it's
yourself
not
on
just
mute
doing a
if you're
dosage
talking in the
calculation,
background.
Study stuff.
Times our drop factor of 10.
Um,
What'd you get?
22. 22.
Okay, 22 is correct. Anybody who didn't get 22? Can you see the questions again? Or you see the whiteboard still?
Yes.
The whiteboard or the questions?
The question.
questions. We see the questions.
Okay, do the next one on your own. You use the same formula.
$47.
Okay, everybody was able to get there?
Yes.
47.
Okay, we did this one, right?
750.
See if you can do it again on your own and get the right answer.
1430.
1430.
Yeah, it's 1430. 6 hours.
Okay. Everybody's good?
Yeah,
All right.
oh, these kids.
Okay. Let's see if you can do this one. With these, you just have to remember you're only using what's left in the bag. All right, so you should have took your 600 here. That's what's left,
Yeah.
divided it by your 150. That should have gave you
1330.
4 hours.
1330.
Okay, that would have been 130, which would convert over to 1330 in military time. Sorry,
10:30.
having a hard time spitting it out.
10:30. Okay.
How's everybody feeling with those now?
Good.
Good. So far.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this one asking you for? Make sure you read the last part of the statement. Don't read the first part. This is where you should be reading from, what the question is asking you. So it's asking you to set the pump in mLs per hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're calculating an infusion rate, that's what you're doing. You're setting the pump. All right, so what is your volume here? This is volume over time in hours.
450.
450, because gram is a,
Hmm?
what is gram?
The dose,
It's a strength. Vanco 1 gram is a strength, so you
Strength.
can't use that, okay? You have to use volume over time in hours here. So volume is 450, and your time in hours is what?
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
So what'd you get?
128.6.
One to 8.6.
Yes, 128.6.
Okay, so it said round to the nearest tenth. So if you put 128.6, you're correct. All right. How about this one? What's this one asking you? The same thing, right?
The same thing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the difference here?
Less than an hour.
The
so
time is in minutes.
The time is in minutes, which means you have to convert. Okay? So our total volume is 200. Our time is 45 minutes. This is the way I do it. 200 is my volume.
60.
My time is 45 minutes. And then I'm going to convert it by just multiplying the whole thing by an hour
Mm-hmm.
or 60 minutes. Okay, you can do it this way too. But you already know if 45 minutes is 3/4 of an hour, so that's equal to 0.75. So if you took 200 and divided by 0.75, you'll get the same answer. But this is just the easy way to do it. Otherwise, you got to convert your time using this formula into an hourly rate. Everybody with me on that?
Yes.
Yes.
So what'd you get for the answer?
267.
Yeah.
G67.
Rock
267.
stars. There you go. Literally takes seconds to do the conversion when you do it that way. Okay. How much time is left for the IV to be infused? So if you're looking for time, what do you need? What do you need?
The
Total volume
over 480.
over
Oh no,
An
480.
hour.
your hourly rate.
Yeah.
Do you have those things? You do, right? What's your
Yeah.
total volume here?
480.
480.
480. And what's your rate per hour?
85.
85.
Six.
Now, what if I told you to convert that into hours and minutes? Because maybe I'm going to ask you what time this IV is going to stop infusing. And you've got that 5.6 there. Does that mean 5.60 minutes? What does that mean?
5.6 times 60 seconds. You have
So
to
you don't have to
multiply
do the 5 times the 60 seconds because that's already in an hour for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You're going to take that 6 times 60.
26. 6
36
times
minutes it should give you. That 0.6 times 60
times 60. Okay.
gives you 36, should give you 36 minutes. So that would be 5 hours and 36 minutes. So if you had to add this onto a time, if I said, what time did this stop? And I gave you a time like 9 o'clock, then you would have to add the 5 hours and 36 minutes. Do you understand that part?
Oh.
Everybody good with that? You
Can
probably
you
won't
please
see these
explain one more
yet.
time?
Huh?
Can you please explain one more time?
Yes, your answer here is in hours. So your answer is 5.6 hours. But if I asked you how many hours and minutes this was, in case I wanted you to add this on to a time to see what time it's actually going to be done, you would have to convert that 0.6 into minutes.
Okay.
And in order to do that, you would just multiply that by 60.
Okay.
So here you have 5.6 hours, or you have 5 hours and 36 minutes.
Okay.
I just want you to understand how you could turn that into hours and minutes in case I said, okay, what if I said, okay, this started at 9 a.m. When would it end? So it'd be easy for you to add the 5 hours onto there, right?
Yeah.
9 and 5 hours would be 1 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
But how would you calculate the 0.6? So you would have to take the 0.6 times the 60. That would give you 36 minutes. So technically, if I said this started at 9 a.m. and I asked you what time it would end, it would be 1:36 p.m. Or if I said military time, it would be 13:36.
Okay.
I'm just telling you how to calculate that in case you would see a question like that. You're not going to see it on your test, but I want you to know how to do the math.
Okay.
If I'm going to put it on the test, I'm going to teach you how to do it first. All right.
Well, thank you for that.
This is asking you about a weight base. Okay. So this is, if you're administering mLs, what are you giving?
A dose.
A dose. Because that's all we give, nurse, is a dose, right?
A dose.
So if you're giving a dose, what's your formula?
Desired over half.
Desired over half. It tells you what you have here, right? You have 75 milligrams per 3 ml. What it doesn't tell you is the desired dose, but it does tell you how to calculate it.
Yeah.
It tells you have to take the child's weight, convert it into kilograms, right? Because they're ordered per kilogram. So now you're going to take your 53 divided by your 2.2 and multiply it times what is ordered here. And then put it over what you have on hand. So let me do the whole calculation. You guys got your numbers?
36.1.
36.
Everybody got their numbers?
Yes.
Yes, 36.
I'm going to
36.
change the screen. All right, so on hand we have 75 per 3. Our weight is 53 pounds.
5.
Come on, computer, be nice. Sorry, I'm trying to move my board back over and it don't want to move. Our weight is 53 divided by 2.2, and then we're going to multiply that times our 1.5. That gave me 36.13 something. That whole thing goes over this. Then you're going to divide that by your 75 and multiply it times 3. So you should get 1.44 something, right? And it's going to be rounded to 1.4. Did you get something else?
No.
Did I do the math right?
1.4.
Okay. I got to run to the ladies' room real quick. Look at the next one and see if you can calculate it on your own. Okay, did we get it? What we get?
16.
16 rock stars. All right, that was it for on there. Any other ones you guys are having difficulty with?
No. Well, for me.
Anybody? Okay, let's see how you do on some basic questions. Let me know when you can see the screen.
It's still in the old screen.
Hey, still calculating?
Mhm.
21.
21. Yep.
21?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. There's your formula. There it is worked out. You're welcome to take a picture of it. Okay, how about this one? Now, when you do this one, I want you to remember the steps I tell you. Read the question from the bottom, because that's going to tell you how to set up the formula. I'm going to go ahead and do this one on the whiteboard just in case someone's not sure. Okay, so doctor ordered 400,000. I have 300,000 per ml. This is units. This is units. This is going to cross out. You're going to be left with mLs. I'm going to cross out my zeros because I have an equal number. 4 divided by 3 equals 1.33. I'm going to round it to here, 1.3 mLs. Everybody able to get there?
Yes. Yes. Do you have a problem where what they're asking for is different than what the problem is? Like we would have to convert it.
Okay.
I think that's where I go wrong because I tend to like answer what I want to answer and I'm not converting whatever it is that they're asking.
Okay, look at the next question here. All right, so always start at the bottom here. The nurse prepares how many mLs of the medication to administer the correct dose. So it's going to be desired over half. Then I'm going to go up here and look at my problem. What do I have on hand? So what do I have on hand here? Whatever that label reads, right?
Right.
Or whatever that bottle or
Bottle
supply
statement.
reads, right? So here I have 900 milligrams in 6 mLs. Please mute yourself. So we have 900 milligrams in 6 mLs. What is the doctor's order?
0.3 grams.
0.3 grams. So I know I'm going to have to convert here, okay?
Right.
All right. So let's go to the other window. Now, when you're converting in math, it doesn't matter. In real life, I would have to convert my order because I can't convert my drug. I can't change my drug from milligrams to grams and vice versa. But here it doesn't matter because we're just doing math. So do whatever easiest. So let's start with what we actually have. So we have 0.3 grams ordered, and on hand, we have 900 milligrams per our vehicle, which is 6 mLs. Okay, so I'm going to convert one. For me, on this one, I would convert the decimal because I don't like working with decimals. So I'm going to either multiply this by 1,000 to go towards milligrams because I'm going to the right. If I'm going to the right, I'm going to act like a rabbit and multiply. Come on. Or I could just move my decimal 1, 2, 3. Either way, you should get 300 milligrams.
And the answer would be 2.
Well, let me just finish the math out, okay? Because other people may have a question here. So I just want to show the whole thing out. So here I'm going to cross out milligrams. Okay, now I'm going to cross out here also. Now I just have 3 divided by 9, which, what did that give you?
3.
And then
1
make
over
that
3.
times your 6, right? And that, yes, gave you 2. Okay, everybody understand all those steps and why I did them?
Yeah.
No, please, can you go over one more time?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the problem, it says that the doctor ordered 0.3 grams, right?
Mhm.
On hand, it said that you have 900 milligrams per 6 ml. So that's how you would set it up, desired over half. The only difference here is you have grams on top and milligrams on the bottom. So you have to convert one of these. I don't like the decimal, so I'm going to convert that. If I'm converting this on the scale, right? Grams, milligrams, micrograms. Here's my scale.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to go to the right to get to milligrams.
Mhm.
So if I'm going to the right, I'm going to act like a rabbit and multiply.
Okay.
I say that so that you remember it. Okay, so 0.3 times 1,000
Mhm.
should give you 300 milligrams.
Mhm.
And now you can divide by your 900
Mhm.
and multiply it by 6.
Yep.
This crosses out and you're left with mLs. Okay, I just got rid of the zeros because for me, I'm going to put the least amount of stuff I have to in my calculator. You can cross out zeros as long as you have an equal number. So I did. I had 2 zeros on the top, 2 zeros on the bottom. I crossed them out. Again, that just goes back to basic math rules of I'm going to try to break it down to the simplest math that I can. This is what you're doing when you're doing fractions, right? You're trying to reduce it to the least complicated.
Mhm.
You don't have to do it that way. If you want to take the 300 over the 900, if that's what makes it easier. So whatever works here, that you're still able to get a right answer. Some people are going to do dimensional analysis. I hate it. I'm not. Too much work.
I have a
Brain
question.
don't like it. I like to work smarter, not harder.
This
Okay,
little,
there's your math there. Again, it's going to show you the same thing that you're going to convert. So you have to convert.
Mhm.
this little,
Yes.
how do we get to this portion on that book when you studying the questions? What
Who
where do
has
you
their book?
I have my book and I have it up so that I can practice on another time, but I can't get to the math portion.
Okay, could you just share your screen with me? I'm going to stop my share. Go ahead and share your screen with me. You have the book up on the screen? Or you have it registered already on the site? Hello? Did I lose you?
I'm here. I was pressing the space bar rather than let me try to share it now. You can see it?
Okay, yep.
Okay.
All right, click where it says study
Okay.
on the left,
Yes, I have that up.
and then click content.
The content area.
And then next to that skills, click that little arrow, the little arrow. Take the big arrow off. Click dosage calc.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
you just take steps. You don't follow. Now hit begin. There you
Okay.
go. Now,
Thank
the only
you.
thing is over there on the left is a box that says new questions only. So once you use some of the questions, if you don't remove that dot, it will only show you the new questions.
Okay.
So you have to take that off if you want to go back and work on other questions.
Okay.
Hey, you know, this has health assessment questions.
Can you
in it
repeat that
also,
again,
right?
please? Can you repeat that again, please?
Yeah, repeat
I'm
that
sorry.
because
want
I
me to
wanna
go
I'm gonna
back?
use my book too as well.
You want me
Can
to
you
go
show
back?
us that
Go
again,
ahead and
please,
share your screen
Julia?
again.
Yeah.
Go ahead and share your screen again. You guys know that there's health assessment questions in there also?
Yes. I knew there was other questions,
Do
but
you
I
know how to
didn't.
get to them?
Now
Show
let's
us,
go
please.
back. Let's go back.
Now
Okay, so hit your
know.
home screen. Hit your home screen. You go to study,
Study.
content. Click the arrow next to skills you see how there's little arrows there? You want to click the little arrow. That opens up the whole thing. And then you go down to dosage calc. Now go down to the bottom. You see where it says new questions only on the left?
Yeah.
So if there's a dot there, it'll only bring you new questions. As long as it's blank, it'll bring you all the questions. You have 119 dosage calc.
Okay.
Now for health assessment, click on the content, remove that skills one, and just go up. You see health assessment up there? Click on the box on the arrow next to it, the little one. Those are the different areas you can test on.
Okay.
Now, also, if you want to go more in depth, click on where it says health problem on the left. And then you can go to adult, click on the screen next to it. Like if you want to look at like eyes, ears, more stuff. Okay. Also, if you go in exam mode, you can do the same thing, but you can test yourself to see what you're learning as opposed to, because when you're just going through the study, you don't really know what you're learning and what you're not.
Okay.
Because you're looking at the rationale. But when you put it in exam mode, you can actually test yourself to see what you got right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So also, those of you that registered your Taylor book, I'm not sure about your health assessment. Let's look at that. So if you scratch that code off and you registered your health assessment book and your Taylor's fundamental book, you should be able to get dosage calc questions there also. And there it breaks it down in formula, dimensional analysis, proportion ratio. So usually you just have to go under student resources.
That's under the evolve, right?
Not under evolve. This is under the point.
Okay, okay.
Okay, depending on which book you have. I think it's for health assessment also. Let me look and see.
I think they showed us how to get to it from the our modules too.
I don't think you can get to this part of the book from there. You might be able to, I don't know. Doesn't look like the health assessment book, the 7th edition, has the dosage calc.
That was what was Ms. Z was showing us Tuesday. We could get through it through the modules.
Okay. So there's a variety of places. You can also go to dosagehelp.com, registerednurse.com. They all have free quizzes. So like this is registered nurse. She has drip factors. This is acting stupid. She has IV hourly rates. Are you guys good with these?
Yes.
Even when it asks you over minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So like this one number here, right here, you can calculate this.
No, ma'am. Can you
Doctor's
please do
order
that, Ms.
says
Loesch?
0.8 liters of normal saline to infuse over 45 minutes. What's the hourly rate?
I'm
Okay.
unfamiliar, Ms. Loesch. Can you please go over that?
Okay. So for these, you need volume over time, and your time needs to be in hours, or you have to convert it to hours. So our volume here is 0.8 liters. We're going to have to convert that to milliliters. And our time is 45 minutes. So the way I do these is I would take my 0.8 times 1,000, and that's going to give me my 800 milliliters, right?
Mhm.
And then I
Yeah.
have 45 minutes. Since this is in minutes, I have to convert it. I'm going to do the math, multiply the whole thing times 60.
1066.7.
I got 1,066.666.
Okay, what would that round up to as a whole number?
1067.
Okay. Now, there's other steps you could do this if you can't remember this. I think it's more math. But if you have minutes, you can always take that and divide it by 60, whatever your minutes are. That's going to give you probably 45 divided by 60. It's going to give you 0.75, I think.
Yeah, 0.75.
If you took your 800 and divided it by 0.75, you'll see that you get the same answer. But you have to do more steps there. That's all.
Yeah, I think that way is a little more confusing for me.
Yeah, it's more complicated.
So I just like the top way. That's the way I do it. Whatever you can remember is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And you're going to use the same thing consistently. That's more important than anything. Okay, so let's try one. Do this one here. The 250 Venko.
Mommy. What? Loops.
You have to wait. Mommy's busy. I'll go ask Wayne to help me.
What'd you get?
188.
188.
Okay, so if you're rounding it to a whole number, that's what you would get. On this one here, it had the answer for you. So of course you would have put the 187.5, right?
5.
Because that's what you got. And on here, that would have been the closest to the answer. But
Mrs.
on the
Louise, I
test,
have a
I'm going to
question.
tell you if I want you to round it to a whole number or if I want you to leave it at the nearest tenth.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you that.
Okay.
If it ends in the nearest tenth, I'm going to tell you that. If I don't, I'm going to give you correct answer for either one. If I didn't tell you here whether to round it or not, if you put 187.5, you would get it right. If you put 188, you would get it right because I didn't tell you. If something's wrong on the test, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to write it.
I have a question, Ms. Loesch.
Yes.
So anytime dealing with a problem like this, and it's saying fuse over 80 minutes and it's asking for the hourly rate, we will always multiply by 60.
Well, if your time is in minutes,
Okay.
what about this one here? The next one?
No, I don't change it because it's already in hours.
Right. Because you got to go from minutes to mLs per hour. That's why you're multiplying it times 60 because you're converting.
Okay.
All right, here's another one. Let's see if you can do it. The 250 ml Venko. Over 45 minutes. Which one of those answers is correct?
333 mLs per hour.
Okay. How about the next one? Which one of those answers is correct?
Fifty-two.
52.
How about the next one?
$104.
Everybody get that?
Yes.
We didn't answer a couple of them. They don't like it. Let's go back and answer them. How about this one?
$28.
And how about this one?
$200.
200.
200.
Okay, you see, we go back and forth. So that's what you have to pay attention to.
Mhm.
Oh, look, you got 100%. Rock stars. Too bad that's not your grade for your dosage calc.
I wish.
All right.
You could just give us the same ones.
Huh?
You could just give us the same questions.
Doesn't matter. I could give you the same test today and tomorrow. If you don't know how to do the math, you're still going to get the same questions wrong because I've done it. So you really just got to know those formulas and you have to practice them all the time. Okay, calculate this one.
hundred and 25 mLs per hour.
Did everybody get that?
Yeah, 125.
Yes, 125.
Okay, you guys are rock stars. Now let's just try, let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna save those for you guys to work on in your book. These are a little more challenging. Why? Because you have to do more of a conversion here. So what do you have to convert here?
0.
Liters to ml.
Okay. And all you're going to do that is what?
You multiply the 0.40 times 1,000.
Times 1,000. Or you can move your decimal 3 places. Okay. 1, 2, 3, which should give me 420 milliliters, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
What'd we get?
I got 20.38.
See what kind of answer it wants.
I got
So I want-
20.62.
It wanted us to round it to 20.4, but I would have told you in a question like this to round it to the nearest 10. So on the next one, we'll round it to the nearest 10. What the hell?
Miss Loach, somebody had got something different.
What? Okay.
Yes, I was mistaken. I fixed it. You were right.
Okay. Bullshit. Okay, here's another one. This time we'll round it to the nearest 10th because that's what it sounds like it wants us to do.
53.5.
56.5?
53.
No.
53.5?
Yes.
Yes.
This site's free all day, by the way. And it gives you the breakdown right there how to do it if you're not sure. Okay, here's another one. With this one here, what do you have to do first?
Convert the liters. So 74 even.
Okay, good. Any other questions somebody's not sure about? All right.
Can we do some more conversion on Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Yes.
You're not going to have any of those.
Oh, okay. All right.
Are
Yeah,
we
you're
gonna
not
have
gonna have any temperature conversions.
are we gonna have any piggyback questions?
Whatever you had on your test and your practice test is what you're gonna have. If you have a piggyback question, it's gonna be about the rate.
It has some cellulose on that on the practice as well.
I had there was no Celsius to Fahrenheit on the practice.
Okay, I think that's for quiz 2.
No, I don't put those on the quiz.
Oh, they gave it to us in class.
You
For
did
the
not get that
paper
on my test because I know what's on the practice test. I write every one of these tests, and I don't
All
put
right.
temperature on here.
Okay, well we're not gonna see it. Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't put temperature on here. Who's giving you temperature conversions?
It was just a paper practice that they gave us in class.
Okay. Whatever I give you on the practice test on Exemplify, that's what's going to be on the test. Those types of questions.
There's
If it's not
another
on that practice test, it's not going to be on the real test.
there's another practice and exemplify. Is that something that we're gonna have to do in class, or can we get the access code to that?
If there's a practice on Exemplify that's allowing you to download it, you can take it whenever you want.
Do we have the
If you
code?
need another one for class, I can always post another one.
We don't have the code for it.
It's the same code for practice. It's always practice run 1 with capital P exclamation.
Practice
Practice run 1.
round.
Run.
Oh, RUN.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Practice
you.
run 1 with the capital P and an exclamation.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Can everybody see it?
I believe we did ours as practice in class. Can you release another practice one?
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, it looks like you guys did yours on Friday. Okay, so let me Can you guys see my screen or no?
No.
No,
Perfect. I don't want
no.
you to. Perfect. I don't want you to.
Oh,
All right. Let me see where I got to practice one. Okay, it should be up in about 15 minutes and it'll be the same passcode.
Okay, thank you.
All right. See y'all later.
Thank you.
can I,
Thank
wait,
you.
can you give me the passcode? I didn't get the
Thank you.
passcode.
Thank
Say
you.
practice run 1 exclamation.
With the
Say that
capital
again.
P. With the capital P.
Mm-hmm.
Practice run 1 exclamation with the capital P. The review code is HEA #1.
Thank you.
Say the review code again, please.
Just hold on. I'll put it in the chat box, so just wait.
Thank.
Miss Sue, are you doing any other days of tutoring besides today?
I usually do the tutoring on the weekends.
Okay. Do you do any evening?
No.
All right. I'm at work today, so I missed like all of it.
Well, there's plenty of dosage calcs already recorded on for health assessment on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, you said you have it on your YouTube?
Yep.
All right, I'll look at it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ms. Sue, please, is there a code for the practice
I
round
said I'll
one?
put it in the chat box in 1 second, please.
Okay, and is it for both the dosage calc and the health assessment?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
No, I'm trying to find out, is it the same passcode for both health assessment and the math?
It's for the dosage calc. I don't do health assessment reviews. It's just for the dosage calc.
Okay, thank you.
I'm in the process of posting it, so as soon as I'm done posting it, I'll throw the codes up there. Can't do both.
You're fine. Take your time.
Probably won't be posted for at least 15 minutes.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Sue.
You're welcome.